Welcome to the summer edition of GC Wired News. I'm Ray Schofield, and here's a look at what's making headlines. For a number of years, Gulf Coast State College students have been utilizing tutoring services from the Success Center. This past summer, college officials voted to close the center so that the responsibilities of helping students will be up to departments from each degree. College officials say that this allows students to have better access with the faculty in the subject the students need help from. For students interested in learning more about these changes, you can contact the department officials for tutoring services. The Advising Center will move into the old Success Center, which will provide more space for students and advisors. While a number of colleges and universities have been given the green light to increase tuitions and fees for the upcoming academic school year, Gulf Coast State College is bucking the trend. During the June 2012 Board of Trustees meeting, the board voted to keep tuition rate at 2011 to 2012 rates, along with student fees. Officials say that the economy as it is today, many students are concerned about being able to pay more for the cost of tuition, and not raising it could relieve some students' financial burdens. Last year, the tuition cost a full-time resident student from less than $100 to about $118 per credit hours with fees. This past June, the college reintroduced student orientation services for new students who are starting classes this fall. The 3-hour-long session gives new students an opportunity to learn about how to use Lighthouse and Angel programs, as well as access their student email account and other services provided by the college. The student government was also on hand to encourage students to get involved with student life. Student government officers have been brainstorming these past few months, planning student activities for the fall 2012 to 2013 school year. Some of the ideas discussed include Welcome Back Week celebrations, game shows, turkey shoot, free food events, along with an opportunity to vote for the upcoming national election. Student Government Vice President Chris Jones stops by the studio to discuss some of those upcoming events, and we'll have that interview coming up later in the show. A dedication date on August 14th has been set as a project to honor our armed forces nears completion. This unique park is located at the foot of Hathaway Bridge. The ceremony will start at 9 a.m. Tuesday with a number of activities to open the park. If you would like to have a family member who served in the military honored at the park, you can call Lowell Davenport at 873-3583. Donations to the park will not only provide a place to honor a loved one, but will also expand the college's continuing commitment to our veterans and their families in their academic pursuits. Coming up next, Student Government Vice President Chris Jones stops by to talk about what students can expect for the fall semester. Also, JC's Haunted House is making some changes this year. Find out what it means for you.
Covering the life that is Gulf Coast State College and the surrounding communities. GCWiredNews.com. From student news to what's going on around the community. GCWiredNews.com.
Welcome back to GC Wired, covering the life that is Gulf Coast State College and the community that we surround. You can find more of our stories and also a list of the upcoming events online at GCWiredNews.com. Gulf Coast State College has over 30 clubs that students can get involved with during their time here. And to kick off the fall semester, a number of clubs will be out Wednesday, August 29th, starting around 11 a.m. in the cafeteria. This is a video from the Spring 2012 Semester Club Fair that a number of new and returning students checked out. Gulf Coast State College has clubs that represent social awareness, spirituality, debate, and careers. You will also have an opportunity to check out what the student government is working on for the fall semester, as well as finding out how you can become an active member. As we mentioned at the top of the show, the Gulf Coast State College student government has been working on events for the fall 2012 semester. Student Government Vice President Chris Jones stopped by our studio earlier to tell us about some of those events that students can expect this year.
Hey, how you guys doing today? My name is Chris Jones. I'm one of your vice presidents here at Gulf Coast State College. There are several ways that you can keep updated with the latest news and events here on campus. Follow us on Twitter at GCSC_SGA. We encourage you guys to also like our Facebook page at Gulf Coast SGA. And for the latest student news, check out GCWireNews.com. Now let's check out some of the upcoming SGA events. That's a look at your upcoming events. Please don't hesitate to come check out your student government, located in the cafeteria next to the ATM machine. This is Chris Jones with GC Wire.
Be sure to check out the first student government meeting tentatively set for Thursday, August 30th at 1 p.m. in the Student Union East Building, 3rd floor boardroom. All students are invited to learn more about the student government and how you can get involved. Coming up next, while it may not be exactly time for the Halloween season, one organization is planning their haunted house and want Gulf Coast State College students to get involved.
Education First College Study and Tours program is having a 9-day or 11-day tour of England, Ireland, and Wales, May 14, 2013 to May 24, 2013. Students will visit historically major attractions such as Blarney Castle in Blarney, Ireland, Phoenix Park in Dublin, a visit at a Welsh castle, Anne Hathaway's cottage in Stratford, and even Shakespeare's birthplace in Oxford. It will definitely be a need-to-be-there excursion. Students are encouraged to sign up. For tour details and important information, contact Lori Cannon, the Assistant Coordinator, Student Leadership at lcannon, LCANNON, at gulfcoast.edu, or call at 850-873-3598. The tour dates again are May 14th to May 25th, 2013.
2012 will mark the 5th year that Spike Suit Productions has been promoting this college and the community that we surround.
From our humble beginnings of a one camera and a green room
to a multi-camera studio that can be moved to almost any location.
If you are a Gulf Coast State College student interested in learning more about post-video productions or video journalism, join the team.
We are open to all students at Gulf Coast State College, regardless of your major, and whether or not you prefer to be on camera behind it.
You could also get college credit by our cooperative program.
To find out more, come by our studios in the Technology Building in room 123. We're next to the vending machine.
Also check out our website, gcwirednews.com.
For the last 7 years, the sounds of screams and chainsaws could be heard every October from the PCMI building, courtesy of the Panama City JCs. Members met recently to discuss their plans for the upcoming frightening season. This year, the JCs will not only be changing the theme of the house, but also its location. According to officials, the move comes after many felt the need to grow and expand the award-winning horror to a bigger venue. Officials hope to have the new location pinpointed before the August 18th meeting, so that they can begin the process of building the new haunted house. JC's president Jessica Pennington says leaving the PCMI building is bittersweet.
It is a little bit bittersweet that we're not going to be a PCMI anymore, like we said, because we've been here for 7+ years. But with that comes new opportunities, new areas of improvement for us. You know, we've got the same building that we've been using for all that time. We haven't really changed it that much. I mean, this is a fresh start for us. You know, the haunted house was phenomenal last year. We had a great amount of people that helped out tons of money that we raised for the kids for Christmas last year, and we're just even more excited, and we feel like we've got an even better opportunity to really push the bar, raise the bar higher this year.
Last year, the JC's Haunted House had over 5,000 attendees, and some 600 of those attendees came from Gulf Coast State College. If you would like to help out with the Haunted House, check out their Facebook page, PCJC, or check out their website, pcjcs.org. If you have a community event you would like for us to promote, contact us at our email at mygcwired@gmail.com. Thank you for watching our show. Remember, you can check out gcwirednews.com for the latest on student life and community news. We'll see you August 20th. Have a great semester, everyone.
I gotta stop doing this with paper.
Can I help you?
What do you think you're doing?
Going to school.
Not parking here, you aren't.
Well, why not?
First off, you're parking with no parking decal in a green zone. So you think the green zone's for them Toyota Priuses, don't you?
Well, actually, it's a Ford Focus, man.
Shut up!
Look, I'm just saying. What are you doing?
I need backup. Backup!
Is that mace?
No. It's Axe body spray. The most disgusting substance known to man.
No. It burns us!
Just what do you think you're doing?
He was making moves, so I had to restrain him, you know.
No, that is not what we do here. Give me the axe. All we do is write them a ticket if they don't have a decal. All you need to do is go to the advising center located in the admissions office to pick up a student ID and a decal. And any students who feel like they didn't deserve a ticket can appeal it by going to the student government office located in the cafeteria to find out how they can appeal the ticket. Now go ahead and park in the visitor spot and pick up a decal, come back and park in one of the white zones.
Thank you, sir.
You never let me have any fun on this job. Can I have my axe back? Hey, what are you doing?
Freeze!
Hi, I'm Joshua Sandler, here with the president of the League of Women Voters for Bay County, Florida, Miss Jamie Shepard. Hello there, ma'am.
Hey, how are you today?
Thanks for coming down.
My pleasure.
Can I ask you, what is the League of Women Voters?
Back in the 1920s, women, as arcane as that seems today, didn't have the right to vote. And so women banded together in an organization that became to be known as the League of Women Voters to gain the right to vote. They protested in the street, they went to jail, they did hunger strikes, they did whatever it took until the 16th Amendment was passed by Congress to give women the right to vote. Since that time, the League has spent the past 100 years working on civil rights and voter registration and education issues. And that's what we do.
It sounds like some noble goals you guys are doing there.
Mission-oriented, nonpartisan.
That does sound pretty good. So how do you get this education out to the public?
We work in several ways. Nationally, we're in the media. We do as much outreach as we can. We tweet. Locally, we're on Facebook, and we have a new website that has just been launched this year, which helps a lot.
Yeah.
And what we also do, one of the big things we do in voter education is we do a speakers bureau that goes out to organizations of all sorts, partisan or nonpartisan, to talk about the issues that will be on the upcoming ballot. The League never supports a party, nor does it ever endorse a candidate. We want you to make up your own mind on the issues. For example, on the general election, there'll be 11 constitutional amendments on the Florida ballot. And all the voters will have a chance to vote on it, but they're all written sort of in legalese. So the League offers a sort of cut through all of the legalese to say what is the pro, and we offer the pros and the cons. What does a yes vote mean? What does a no vote mean? So that you'll be able to make up your own mind. In our advocacy role, we step back from education and say, this is what the League thinks about it, but from the voter education standpoint, we offer you the picture so you can make up your own mind. We also do candidates forums. We had one last week, or I guess I should say the date, the 26th of July, to introduce all of the primary candidate voters, candidates to the voters, and it was broadcast live on Channel 7 for anyone to watch. We invited all the candidates that will be on the primary election. Either they're running as Democrats, and so there's more than one Democrat. They have a primary election, House of Representatives District 2, or they're Republicans, and there's more than one of them, and they'll face a challenger, a Democratic or a nonpartisan or write-in challenger on the general election. They were there as well. Two races of special interest, state attorney and the supervisor of elections. Both of those candidates, or all four of those candidates, two apiece, were all Republicans. In the state of Florida, you'd say, well, shoot, I'm a Democrat. I'm going to be disenfranchised. The worst thing that can happen to voters, not being allowed to vote. But the state of Florida is actually really a progressive state in that way. It's called a universal primary, so no matter what your political party is, you'll be able to vote in the candidate for those candidates if the election will be actually decided in the primary. Two Republicans running for supervisor of elections, two Republicans running for state attorney. They'll be on both the Republican and the Democratic primary ballot on August 14th.
Well, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
Good for the voters.
Yay, good for the voters.
So what principles do you guys stand? And you did say on some issues you do take party, like League of Women Voters
positions.
Stands. Yeah.
But our main issue is voter registration. If you're a citizen of this country, we want to make sure that you have access to the vote, and we want to encourage you wholeheartedly to actually go pull the lever. There are a lot of voters that are registered to vote. Florida is surprisingly progressive with the motor voter movement, so that when you go get your driver's license, you move to Florida, you go get a driver's license, you can automatically get registered to vote at the same time. You check your little box, your signature is already on the documents, you've already proven that, proven your identity, because that's really what they're looking for. And you're registered to vote in the county in which you registered. If you move, you go ahead and contact your supervisor of elections. They'll transfer your record to the county in which you live. So if you moved up here from Tampa, you need to contact the Bay County supervisor of elections, let them know you're here, so that you can register, so that you can be a voter here. We really are interested in you having understanding of the issues and some awareness of the candidates that will be on the ballot. The constitutional amendments. That always comes up every 2 to 4 years. We get something.
State or national constitutional amendments?
State, for our league, state. But if they're, we don't do amendments, we don't generally get to vote on them. We as the voters don't necessarily get to vote on amendments. That's the role of Congress. But, there might be a time when there is one. And we'd want you to be able to know the facts on what the people who are saying yes are saying, what the people who say no are saying, and more importantly, or sometimes, who's paying for it. That sort of tells you, most of the PACs are sort of some nebulous Citizens for Freedom in America and Sunny Skies. You don't know who they are, and you don't know how they're funded, and now the law pretty much protects them from doing so. But you'd be able to, at least if you know who it is, and that's one of the league's big things, transparency in elections. We want to make sure that you know who's paying for these often attack ads, which is sad, but nevertheless. We want you to be able to make up your own mind and then go vote.
Well, that sounds pretty good.
Transparency in government is another issue. Florida actually is surprisingly progressive in that too. We have the sunshine laws, but if you followed the news not too long ago, Pensacola was in the state spotlight for not having what they deemed open access to the citizenry to public service meetings, namely the city councils and county commissions. Bay County, we're very lucky that way. We have responsive county officials and state and local officials, and meetings are open to the public. Within reason, you need to be on your good behavior, but if you have a free and open access to question the commissioners during a public hearing, you are entitled to do so. That's your right.
Yeah.
And yay.
So what kind of events are coming up that you guys will be planning to educate people on the upcoming elections?
Well, we'll start the Speakers Bureau up in earnest on the constitutional amendments. We've done our forum for the primary candidates, and then on October 24th, we'll do a forum for the general election candidates. Whole new slate of folks. People who won in the primaries will then go face their opponents in the general, and we'll do a live broadcast again with 7 and a simulcast with WKGC 90.7 here, yay.
Yay.
And that'll be on October 24th, so mark your
calendars.
Mark your calendar for that. We also want to remind all of you who might be registering to vote. If you're a student and you move, but you're not registered to vote, or even if you are registered to vote, go on the Supervisor of Elections website. That's bayvotes.org. And there's also a link on our website. And check your voter registration. I moved last year, had sent in a card, but it never quite happened. And I said, I'll go see if it works. Do the links work on the website? Found out my registration was an error. They hadn't ever updated my file. Well, it happens. So, but you have to be proactive in this. You have to be, nobody's going to come say, oh, please vote, register to vote. Well, I take that back. We will. Please, we're going to do voter registration drives here on campus this fall. But go on there and make sure that you're registered to vote, that it has your current address. Register to vote absentee. If you're not going to be here on election day and you want to sign up for absentee ballots, that's vote by mail. They'll send your ballot to you, and you can rest assured that it'll be counted. Believe me, they count it. The candidates go down to make sure that absentees count, because upwards of 60% of all voters actually vote absentee in Bay County.
Yeah. That's a significant number.
Yeah, so if you're going to be transferring, let's say you're going here to Gulf Coast right now, but you're going to transfer someplace else, you need an official address where you're going to be permanently. Maybe it's your parents' address. The Supervisor of Elections will mail the ballot to you. The home folks can send it off to you wherever you might be, and then you sign it, mail it back in. You want to make sure that the signatures match. That's what they're looking for. Did the signature that you had on file in your registration form, and it might even be with your driver's license, does it match what you sign now. If you now put hearts and butterflies on it, sign it again, make sure that you've got something. Let's say you're not there and you want to go ahead and vote. You haven't done it, and then all of a sudden you get the spirit, you want to go down and vote, but it's too late now to formally register. You can fill out a provisional ballot. Those ballots are set aside and then inspected separately. Now, you may say, well, I don't know if my vote will count. Well, they get counted, but if an election is in a landslide already, or can be decided by absentees and by people who have actually gone to the polls and voted either early or on that day, but you made the effort. School board is a case in the primary where one vote matters. You say, does one vote ever really matter? My vote going to count? We've got 3 nonpartisan candidates running for school board on the primary election. One of those folks has to get 50% of all the folks who vote plus 1. And we've had that several times in the history. So if you say your vote doesn't count, your vote may actually count, be especially important for the school board, which is nonpartisan.
Well, if somebody was interested in learning more about the League of Women Voters or wanted to contact you guys, how would they go about doing so?
Please come to it. You can like us on Facebook. We have Bay County League of Women Voters on Facebook, and we post issues and events. We also have a new website, and that's LWV, League of Women Voters, baycountyfl.org. And you'll see links to the Supervisor of Elections, to issues and information, and upcoming for the general, we'll have links to the candidates, so that if the candidates have a website, that link will be there. Again, it's not a matter of endorsement, because we don't endorse parties or candidates, but to give you an easy way to go find out more about a particular candidate.
Yeah. So is there a place you guys meet every week, a month, or?
We meet periodically if you're a league member. If you go to our website and hit contact us, we'll have, and on Facebook, we have where our meetings are open, and we encourage students and men and women. We do, it may say the League of Women Voters, that's the has historic precedence in our name, since that was our mission. But voting isn't a gender issue. Voting is a citizen's issue. And we're interested in anyone who shares the commitment to nonpartisan voter education, civil rights, and access to the vote. That's who we're interested in. Join us. There are scholarships available for students.
Sounds pretty good. Well, thank you so much for coming down, ma'am.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for educating us on these issues, and hope to see you more around during election season.
Oh, you'll see us out. We'll set up tables for voter registration periodically until the voter registration deadline, which is about 30 days before Election Day on November 6th.
Sounds good. Can't wait to see you there.
Thank you.
And if you are an organization or an event and would like to get some publicity from Spike Sue Productions, please contact us at mygcwired@gmail.com. With Miss Jamie Shepard, thank you for coming down.
Thank you, sir.
Can't wait to see you during the elections.
Gulf Coast State College salutes our armed forces. Opening in August 2012, the new Gulf Coast State College Military Park will honor the bravery and sacrifices of those who have served and are currently serving in all the branches of the armed forces: Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, and the Coast Guard, and all those who serve within the branches in the Reserves, National Guard, and the Merchant Marines. A visual symbol of our patriotism and freedom, the Gulf Coast State College Military Park will be a place for remembrance, honor, and reflection. Community members, organizations, and businesses are invited to participate in this historic project by becoming a military park sponsor to honor or remember a loved one or to show appreciation for our armed forces. Funds raised for the military park will help expand specialized outreach, advising, and academic services to better serve veterans and members of the armed forces in their education pursuit for years to come. Please join us for the Military Park ribbon cutting ceremony on Tuesday, August 14th at 9 a.m. For more information, please contact the Gulf Coast State College Development Office at www.gulfcoast.edu/development You can also email them at development@gulfcoast.edu or call 850-873-3583.